Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm your host, FD465.tv, and in this video, I just want to say, guys, I haven't been doing nothing during this dump, crypto dump, especially the one in October to date. I've been busy trying to look for value. That's what I've been trying to do. So in this video, I want to share some of the positions I've been adding to and some new positions. I think there'll be some new positions here. Of course, this won't be a conclusive list because I've been doing so many other crazy things within the crypto markets. Because when I see this discount, guys, I just get hungry. I want more. But you could say you are doing that at the wrong time. For altcoins, I don't think there's any better time than now, because where we try to do that, things got even worse. So that's what you're trying to do now. So value is around us, guys. That's what I'm trying to do. But before I jump into this video where I'm sharing with you guys my latest buys, please know that this is not financial advice. These are just my own opinions, and where I see value, please do your own research. And I'm not intending to share this content with UK audiences. If you do that, you're doing that at your own risk. Please do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor. Find someone who's actually trying to give you financial advice. So let's come back to my latest buys, and I'll start with one that I currently hold already. And I had high hopes, and so far it's been lukewarm or disappointing to say the least. And it's Theta Network. Theta Network and its coin, which is Theta, Theta. And I got in at around 36 cents. So it was within the last few days, I got a small bag of Theta to top up my current bag. So I think with where I am now, I'm quite happy to relax, because I was always nervous, or will it ever drop to a point where I can actually top up my bag? And I've done that now, and I think it will be fine, because during the last bull market, which I don't know if that will ever happen, that will get to those prices, but Theta reached prices of between $15 to $16 back in 2021. So it's down approximately 97 to 98%. And some people will be saying that's a dead loser, you shouldn't be getting in Theta, but I've got my own views and my own reasons why I'm getting into it. If you want to know more, just let us know, and I'll try and provide some rationale as to why I've gone into some of these assets. And Theta Network, as some of you know, is a blockchain protocol focused on video streaming, media delivery, decentralized CDNs, and edge computing, originally aiming to decentralize content delivery. Its native token, the Theta token, or the Theta coin, is used for staking, governance, and running validator and guardian nodes. There is also a second token, often for gas and network usage. I think it's called T-Fuel. Theta's ecosystem aims to decentralize video delivery, possibly integrating with media streaming and other Web3 content and entertainment applications. So it's got something going on. It just needs the right tweaks, right technology, and probably right marketing to make sure it delivers on that. And my outlook prices for the next 12 to 24 months, if I'm to be honest, I'll be looking at maybe moving from where we are, from $4 maybe to $6. That could be the thing. We'll move from $4 to $6 for Theta Network. And the bullish scenario, if Theta reboots, could go even higher than that, maybe almost $30. That's what I think. Don't hold me to that. But it's got some challenges as well, in some considerations. Its use cases, decentralized streaming and CDN, it remains uncertain in a world dominated by big centralized CDNs and cloud providers. The token's nearly 100% supply circulation and limited scarcity advantage. That's a consideration to make, because I think that's a good point. That's a good thing to have, maximum supply in circulation. And without visible high volume streaming, media platform adoption, the value proposition currently is looking weak. Any thoughts, guys? Any of you hold the Theta coin? Let us know in the comment section. I'm move on to Beam. This is the Beam on layer 1 on Avalanche, the gaming layer 1 on Avalanche, and it's also doing other things. I think it's trying to jump into AI, as well as I think it's doing some things with DeFi. So far it's been disappointing, because current price is under 4 cents, about 3.7 tenths of a cent, almost 4 tenths of a cent, and circulating supply of 4.5 billion, maximum 62.4 billion, and market cap of approximately 187 million. And Beam is substantially down from its all-time high of approximately 4 cents. And funny enough, I did get rid of some of my bags of Beam at around that. And when we were buying some nodes, I did sell some Beam as well, because I had some huge bags to buy some of the nodes, which have delivered nothing to date. Each node was going for, I think it was like 100 or something like that when I got in. So I did sell some Beam quite a lot. And in one of the positions, I went in, sold at close to 4 cents, price dropped, and I went in at 50% below my exit. So I kind of doubled my position without doing much. So that, I was proud of that before it fell to where it is, because if I had any sense that it will come down to this, I'll probably have multiplied my bag by tenfold, pretty much. I'll be a happy bunny right now. Anyway, a win is a win, right? So what is Beam and its use cases? Beam Network was launched by Mary Circle DAO as a gaming-focused blockchain, initially as a subnet on Avalanche. Recently, as of late 2025, Beam has transitioned to a full layer 1 blockchain enabled by an upgrade on Avalanche's 8.9 miner and subnet policy, giving it more autonomy and flexibility for gaming infrastructure. The BEAM token itself is used for gas, in-game economy, staking, and governance, as well as medium of exchange for game assets, NFTs, and in-game activity. The ecosystem reportedly hosts hundreds of games, as well as other projects targeting Web3 games, NFT gaming, in-game economies, possibly cross-chain and cross-platform as well. What about this outlook on the price front? Because BEAM is a very low price token with extremely high supply, valuations are very sensitive to ecosystem adoption. Modest adoption scenario could see BEAM reach 1 to 2 cents in the next 12 months or so. A growth scenario could see BEAM become a recognized hub for Web3 gaming with many active games, users, in-game economies, and it could reach between 5 and 10 cents. If it gets there, I'll be a very happy bunny. But there is always downside risk where it could possibly go down to about 1/10 of a cent. That's quite possible, even lower. If it does that, I still think they are a solid team. I will just reverse a track with some cash and ape into BEAM again, because it's one of the few teams that is still. But then with these things, these teams, when it comes to a point where it's no longer commercially available, they are run like a company. They will just apply for what they call it, voluntary liquidation, and that will be it. It's curtains. So it does happen. It's an advantage, but when things are not working well, it's also a disadvantage, because as a business, they will just apply for Chapter 21 or whatever it's called, and that's it, gone. And it's got some key challenges as well. The high total and circulating supply dilutes value per token heavily. BEAM needs massive adoption and strong in-game economies to increase price meaningfully, and I do hold BEAM in so many different portfolios as well, because I do create my portfolios based on certain metrics. The BEAM is probably in at least 50% of those portfolios, different portfolios. Some in the 15K to 600K and others in my various private portfolios. So that's something to look out for, and some things to consider as challenges or opportunities. Web3 gaming is still nascent. Many blockchain gaming platforms compete, not just BEAM. So success is uncertain, and the gaming narrative itself has been suffering a lot. The market has not looked towards gaming at all, because I think it was over-marketed and people got put off by that. There was a lot of gatekeeping as well in certain communities, like the Neo Tokyo, led by Alex Becker and Elliot Trades. I think they put people off to an extent by what they were doing, because it almost like they were creating their own cartel and everyone else had to play from outside. People just say, sod off, we are going to do our own thing. So there you go, these things happen. And that's on BEAM. I do hold BEAM, like I said. Let me know in the comment section if you hold the BEAM token as well. Next, you got Pyth network and the Pyth token. Current price is just under 8 cents. So what is Pyth and what is its use cases? Pyth is primarily an on-chain data oracle network or data infrastructure that aims to deliver high-quality real-world data, for example, price feeds and market data, to smart contracts and decentralized applications. Its focus is on data provision rather than being a consumer-facing platform. DeFi protocols, trading platforms, and other smart contracts users rely on Pyth for accurate feeds, talking of asset prices as an example. Outlook for the Pyth token is going to be speculative to an extent, because Pyth value derives from demand for reliable oracle and data services. Base scenario, which is the most conservative. As DeFi and broader Web3 adoption continues, demand for reliable data increases, but it's not the only player. There is the market leader, which is Chainlink. Pyth might slowly appreciate to 10 to 15 cents in the short term. Bullish scenario, if Pyth becomes a dominant oracle across many chains and protocols, especially across other chains, and increases adoption significantly, 20, 30 cents, probably to even $1. That's quite possible. But they pissed a lot of people off when they launched the token. I got some of my tokens as an airdrop, and then I bought more. We started staking because there was promise that if you stake the Pyth token, you'll get an allocation of the Mona token. Then they rug pulled us by saying this is no longer available from certain geographical locations, which obviously affected some people like us here in the UK and some other. I think I sold like half my bag out of anger. It was at a profit as well, so it wasn't just like selling at a loss. And now I just started, it's a new portfolio I created. I called it the Market Crash portfolio. I'm starting to add some Pyth. In my current portfolio, I'm nibbling here and there just to top it up to where it was. And at these heavily discounted prices, because when I sold, I think I sold was close to like $1. So these heavily discounted prices, not bad at all. But it could get worse. We could get to 5 cents, 4 cents, 2 cents, 1 cent, to even below a cent. We could get into a bear market. If we are heading into a bear market, that is, we are going to see those prices below a cent. And if that happens, I'll reverse a track with a boatload of cash and just open a massive aggressive position in this because I think it's got some use cases, got the staying power, and it's got a product that the market is being used whether the price is going up or down. There is going to be demand for that. So that's what I'm looking at. Maybe they could do something about that maximum supply. Maybe they start buying and banning tokens. Yeah, that will be appreciated. But for now, I think it's they're decent prices, but if they get any lower than where we are, especially if they go below a cent, I don't know what I'll do with myself. Like a little boy in a candy shop. That's what I think about Pyth network. I got two more. These are extremely risky, but I'm going there thinking I'm gonna throw this money into the garbage bin. That's where I am. But if certain things just slightly tweak in my favor, a good move. But these are extremely risky. These are things that I've been investing in because on both of them actually I hold. I think on both it's probably 3 or 4 different portfolios that they are in. We're talking of Sundaeswap on Cardano, which is the first DEX on Cardano. I know some will say there was that Wesley swap and stuff, but I think that was more BNB than Cardano. But there you go. No, anyway, Sundaeswap in the Sundae token, there's another health and AI combo in Rejuve AI. I don't know whether that has got legs. I'm not putting a lot of money into it. I'm putting something that I know if it goes, it goes. But if things turn around and the narratives work in our favor, these could be huge killing, especially on the Sundae token war. Because I went in when it first launched and I had decent, I think I had something like decent amount of money to put into it. And the way the token launched, there was a lot of value extraction. The network was just slow, and a lot of people, not just me, a lot of us were disappointed by the launch of Sundaeswap. And the team are also one of the most innovative and creative teams. And I think technically they are very strong as a team, but I don't know how much time they're still spending on Sundaeswap. But I think they can deliver something different, especially if they do anything with Midnight, the Cardano privacy project coming up very soon, is launching soon. I think I did participate in the mining of the NAT token. So if Sundaeswap, which I know they are, if they do anything on that front, it's going to be very good for the Sundae DEX itself and the Sundae token. I'm hoping. So if that works well, like I said, I do hold a decent bag of that. And then the Rejuve, I just added, not bad, yeah, but I also had already. So I'll showcase that in our market crash portfolio or October crash portfolio, whatever we've called it. I'll unload more information in that. So those are some of the projects I've invested in, guys. So I mean, for Theta, it's legacy established but largely sleepy. Use cases such as decentralized media streaming has not regained much traction, or maybe it will come back. It may offer slow, modest returns or stagnate. Beam is high potential upside, but also high risk due to token overhang and nascent gaming ecosystem dependence. Success depends heavily on Web3 gaming and adoption, and Pyth is more infrastructure oriented. Like I said, if it drops below a cent, I will go crazy on Pyth. I'm telling you now. As for Sundae and RJV tokens, it's very hard to do an analysis where there is no reliable public data. So I'm going to treat this as extremely risky. It's a punt. I'm just dumping something in there to say total darkness, but I know if things wake up, I don't need these two to overperform. Just decent performance, I'll make a decent killing in that. That's what I'm banking on. Anyway, guys, those are my latest buys. Let us know your latest buys. These are not my only ones. I've got others. I just picked some that we are going to be showcasing in some of the upcoming new portfolio for this current market conditions. But they are quite, I'll probably be doing more videos on what else I've been accumulating. Until the next one, guys, FD for SUNDAE.tv signing out for now. Bye.